So Trump, who has been pretty much like Hitler in his final days, and no, I'm not talking about the fascist stuff or any of that, just like the obsession with monuments. Hitler went like full autistic mania mode in like his final days in his bunker as everything was collapsing around him, like of his ideal image of Berlin with like monuments and statues everywhere. Anyways, conservatives watching this aren't going to like that I started off within the first 3 seconds comparing Trump to Hitler, but it's a little bit different this time. I'm sorry to come out swinging right out the gate, but it's just a little comparison I wanted to make here, considering the ballroom, all the things he's doing to existing federal buildings, the renaming, now this. Yeah. So Trump is looking to build the Arc Day Trump. It is a massive monument, and it just went through its first commission, like its first a round of approvals of many. I want to cover it though, just because why not? This is for CBS News. Arc Day Trump receives preliminary design approval from Arts Commission. A Trump-appointed commission tasked with reviewing public buildings in Washington, D.C. raised questions about, but ultimately gave preliminary design approval to one of President Trump's architectural priorities, a 250-foot stone arch that would tower above the Lincoln Memorial and Arlington National Cemetery. And also here's like a render of it. Looks cool, I guess. The plans call for the arch to be built on Columbia Island, a man-made strip of land in the Potomac River that is part of Washington, D.C. The site is currently a grassy traffic circle at the foot of Memorial Bridge. The design features a gold-plated bronze Lady Liberty and two bald eagles, all three statues with their wings extended. It seems odd, Commissioner James McCreary said of the winged figures. Two gold lion statues would flank the arch structure as well. I'd say work on the lions, said McCreary, who has also suggested building a larger doorway, eliminating an underground access tunnel, and perhaps the controversially making the arch smaller. Nah, we can't do that. Make it bigger. McCreary, who voted in favor of the preliminary design, said the arch could better participate in Washington's memorial skyline at about 166 feet rather than at its proposed size. Bro, you're going to get it like up to 500 feet if you don't shut up. McCreary was Trump's handpicked architect for the White House ballroom, but was later replaced after disagreements emerged over the project's size. So Trump likes it really big, and McCreary's like, I like average size. He's like, I want it just in the middle, just average. Doesn't need to be giant. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum introduced the project Thursday and leaned on history to justify construction of the arch. Burgum said when Congress drew up plans for the National Mall, it included an adornment of two columns on Columbia Island, two columns to rise 160 feet and symbolize the North and the South after the Civil War. Yeah, it's going there. The columns were never built. Burgum said the two columns supporting the proposed arch were allusions to the more than 100-year-old plan and would also rise about 160 feet. Okay, I take it back. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Like, why? What is it with these people who claim to be so patriotic being like, yeah, we also need to represent and memorialize the South, the Confederacy? Like, why? But why do we have to do this? Like, this is a group that led a secession, a literal rebellion that led to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of deaths. Why are these people so obsessed with symbolizing them? Jesus. Again, I'm not, like I always say, I'm not trying to erase them from our history. I'm not trying to erase history, unlike some people in this administration. But you don't build monuments dedicated to the rebels. What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, Jesus, God, it's so silly. Anyways, the arch would be ringed with protective bollards, including an elevator-accessible observation deck. The commission received about 1,000 public comments. CFA Secretary Thomas Lubick said that 100% of the comments were against the project. Reading one that criticized the arch's scale, it said the arch would assert itself as a dominant vertical element in a skyline that has resisted such intrusions. I mean, That's the entire point, let's be real. At 250 feet, the arch would be significantly taller than the 99-foot Lincoln Memorial, which sits across the Memorial Bridge. The Washington Monument is 555 feet. A group of Vietnam War veterans also sued to block construction. They argued the arch would obscure the visual connection between the cemetery and the Lincoln Memorial. So far, the judge has yet to intervene. Okay, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't care what Vietnam War veterans have to say on this matter. I don't care. Something that this article did not mention that I read in another article is they are dedicating $2 million in special funds and $13 million in matching funds for this project. And it says U.S. taxpayers will help fund the project according to publicly available spending from the publicly available spending plan for the National Endowment of Humanities, NEH, released by the White House. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I would rather it be funded by taxpayers than shadowy billionaires. Let's be real. And I'm also going to be honest here. I kind of love this shit. It's my guilty pleasure. Maybe I'm simple-minded, but I also think this could be very, very funny in the future because in China, they have they're like slap statues, shame statues. They're statues that like you can just like hit and take your frustration out on. And these statues are of disgraced former political figures. So I'm just saying, in the future, a Democratic president could do something really funny. Also, more pragmatically, I'd rather Trump focus on this shit and, I don't know, less about warmongering, unleashing domestic terror, cutting every good government agency, and then turning around and propping up and strengthening funding for the worst agencies like ICE, CBP, the Pentagon. So, I don't know. Once upon a time, I would have been like, oh, it's so stupid. Like, people are dying, people are starving. But it's like, maybe you should just focus on that and just the best like you can do for the people, the homeless people we have, the people without health care. The best Trump can do for them is honestly nothing, because when he does do something, he causes more destruction and death. Anyways, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.